the thing is, after he said it, I noticed one thing. The moment someone walks by, they start. We're gonna start with who initiated the interaction.
Was walking by.
One of the unfortunate things about this video is that we can't really see the start of that interaction because of this pole right here, this column, but it looks like you were in fairly close proximity to it and might have been able to see. One thing that Marriott has accused Irvin of doing is flagging her down as though he were a predator on the hunt. Irvin has vehemently denied that allegation. Who, from your vantage point, initiated the interaction between the two?
So, you know, in real time when I was there, as she came around the corner, that really, you know, when they came more or less face to face right then and there, that's when the conversation started. And then it kind of migrated behind that pole, unfortunately, or that column. But to me, Michael was going to his room directly. He had talked about how tired he was multiple times. And, you know, from my recollect and from witnessing it, it was more of a conversation that initiated when she rounded that corner, and that's what just kind of started the conversation, because he was going directly in the direction that she was coming through.
And so I'm going to fast forward it here to where they first.
That's another one. I mean, I'm counting 5 strikes already.
I mean, it's very interesting things that he's talking about, because as Nick already says, or Pat Law, Marriott, according to Marriott, he flagged her down, and the witnesses is saying the opposite.
And the video as well.
And the video as well. Yeah, you can clearly see that he was trying to go a different direction. Then she starts talking to him.
On the video, you see that because the woman had to go to the restaurant. Yeah, she worked in the restaurant, I think, of the hotel, the bar/restaurant, and they say the shortest distance between 2 points is a straight line. So if you're at point A and you need to go at point B, the shortest way would be just to walk straight to where you need to be. But in the video, you can see that she walks around to probably meet or bump into Michael Irvin. We should check her credit score.
Pump and grind. Let's continue here. This second part is gonna talk. This part is gonna talk about
the video,
whether Irvin stepped a bit aggressively towards her.
Here we see in the video, Irvin kind of steps forward towards the employee, and she kind of steps back like that into the lobby. From what it looks like to me, Irvin and the employee were blocking the entranceway to the bar. You could see people walking by. Would you say, from your vantage point, was Irvin aggressively approaching her there, or was he blocking the entrance to the restaurant bar? And are they just kind of getting out of the way of traffic?
Yeah, so that was there's obviously there's 2 entrances you can see to go into that little lounge area, and where they were was directly in that opening, like the main thoroughfare. So they moved off to the side, and I'm not sure where we are in the video, but during their interaction, I was talking with the gentleman Joe next to me, because Michael, this sounds ridiculous, but his physique for his age, we were looking up his age because he was in such good shape, and we looked over and saw him. Directly at this point is when we started having that conversation, and it was not like an aggressive move anywhere. It was to get out of right between those 2 columns right there.
Yeah.
Anything you want to add?
No, I mean we can follow it. I didn't see the 2. I didn't know about that argument or that aspect of the story, that they were accusing him of blocking the entrance.
No, they are accusing him of moving towards her, and he's saying the opposite. They were basically moving out of the entrance, And the thing is, after he said it, I noticed one thing. The moment someone walks by, they start moving away from that location.
Yeah.
So it's not like, it's really like a reaction to themselves noticing that they are blocking the way towards the bar. So it's it gives you a better context in that sense here. Why he's moving forward towards and why she's moving back.
Yeah.
They also ask her ask him whether they heard anything about what they were discussing or saying.
You actually hear anything that was being said? Did you hear any specific comments or words or laughter at any point?
Yeah, I mean, so we were within earshot, obviously, and you know, when they first met each other, it was, "Hey, Michael Irvin." Said, "Yes, I'm Michael Irvin." They had a conversation. There was laughter, and that's kind of, you know, again, it was kind of a not very noteworthy, friendly conversation. So, you know, while we could hear the tone of it and how it was flowing, from everything that I heard, there was nothing out of the normal or even a different tone than a regular fan or, you know, whatever interaction. There was laughter because we heard, you know, I remember them both laughing.
Right about here in the video where she kind of kicks her leg, I believe they shook hands one last time, and she kind of goes back into the bar area. Describe what you heard at that moment.
As he was walking away, and towards the end of the conversation, he said, you know, I'll be here all week. Just kind of as like they had just met each other and were talking back and forth. And that was it. There was nothing out of the norm about the interaction that I witnessed whatsoever. And he then started to make his way to where the elevator is, which is where he goes after this interaction. And that was it. She went back to work, and there was we were there for a little while after that. I'm not sure how long, but not, you know, for a little while, and everything went along as normal. There was
I mean, is he saying anything else that we haven't basically seen or heard before?